Hi, this is Carmen from Annie Design Crochet, and today I'm going to show you how to make this lovely easy boomerang shaped shawl. It's a triangular shawl that starts in one corner and you increase on one side while decreasing on the other till eventually you get this lovely triangular shape that's perfect for a cozy scarf or a statement shawl. I choose not to use tassels on my shawl, but you could also make these and add these at the end. Okay, let's get started. For my shawl, I used a beautiful yarn from King Cole called Curiosity. It's a cake yarn with a lovely gradient colour in it. You can get it in lots of different colours, and it's DK weight, which would be light worsted. And as you can see, there's 150 grams, 524 yards, or 480 meters. You'd need about 500 meters to make a decent sized shawl, but you can make it any size you wish. I'm also using a 450 mil crochet hook. For row 1, we will first of all make a slip knot. Chain 4, and your chain 4 counts as one double crochet and your beginning chain. And into the very first chain, which is your fourth chain from the hook, we will make 2 double crochet. And that's row 1. And row 1 has 3 double crochet in total. 1, 2, 3. We will turn and chain 3. Now chain 3 at the beginning of every even row counts as 1 double crochet throughout the pattern. 2 double crochet in your very first stitch at the base of your chain 3. We will make 1 double crochet in your next stitch. And that's row 2. We will turn now and we will leave our very first stitch unworked. Row 3, we will first of all chain 2, and chain 2 at the beginning of every even row does not count as a stitch, and you will not work into it on the next row. You will see what I mean when we come to it. So chain 2 and make a double crochet in your next 2 stitches, not the first stitch at the base of the chain 2, into the next 2 stitches. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and in your very final stitch, which is the top of your beginning chain 3, we will make 2 double crochet. And that's row 3. Row 3 has a total of 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we don't count our chain 2. Now for row 4, we will chain 3, turn, and make 2 double crochet in your very first stitch at the base of your chain 3. We will make a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And now we will come to the final stitch, which is our chain 2, and we leave that unworked and turn, and that's row 4. Row 5, we will chain 2 and we will make 1 double crochet in your next stitch, chain 1, miss 1 stitch, and 1 double crochet in your next stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and 2 double crochet in your very final stitch at the top of your beginning chain 3 from the previous row. I'll just go over that with you again. So row 5 has a chain 2, double crochet in your next stitch, chain 1, miss 1 stitch, double crochet in your next stitch, chain 1, miss 1 stitch, and 2 double crochet in your final stitch. And for row 6, we will chain 3, make 2 double crochet in your very first stitch at the base of your chain 3, 1 double crochet in your next stitch, 1 double crochet in your next chain 1 space, double crochet in your next stitch, double crochet in your next chain 1 space, and 1 double crochet in your last stitch, leaving your chain 2 from the previous row unworked. And that's what gives you the nice decrease on one side, and you'll have an increase on the other side. So for your next row, chain 2, this is row 7, 1 double crochet in your next stitch. Remember, not in your very first stitch after a chain 2, it's the one after that. Chain 1, miss 1 stitch, double crochet in your next stitch, chain 1, miss 1 stitch, double crochet in your next stitch, chain 1, miss 1 stitch, and 2 double crochet in your final stitch. And that's row 7. And for row 8, it's basically a repeat again. It's a 2-row repeat pattern. We chain 3, 2 double crochet in your first stitch, double crochet in your next stitch, double crochet in your chain 1 space and your next stitch the whole way across, chain 1 space, your next stitch, double crochet in your last chain 1 space, and double crochet in your final stitch, again leaving your chain 2 unworked. And that's row 8. And for row 9, chain 2, double crochet in your next stitch, chain 1, miss 1 stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, miss 1 stitch, double crochet in your next stitch, chain 1, miss 1 stitch, double crochet in your next stitch, chain 1, miss 1 stitch, and 2 double crochet in your final stitch. And that's row 9. Row 10, chain 3, 2 double crochet in your first stitch, and you will make 1 double crochet in each stitch and each chain 1 space to the end, remembering to leave your chain 2 unworked. And this is the first of your 2-row repeat for the whole shawl. So 1 double crochet in each stitch and chain 1 space across. and 1 double crochet in your final stitch. And for row 11, which is the second of your 2-row repeat, you will again chain 2, turn, 1 double crochet in your next stitch, chain 1, miss 1 stitch, 1 double crochet in your next stitch, and repeat that across. Chain 1, miss 1 stitch, double crochet in your next stitch. And when you come to the end of every second row, you will chain 1, miss 1 stitch, and 2 double crochet in your final stitch. And that's row 11. And you will keep repeating those rows over and over, rows 10 and 11, and you will finish then on a row 10, which is your solid row. And that's your pattern, and you can make it as big as you want. I used 1 skein of yarn, and you can find all the measurements and details for that shawl on my blog, anniedesigncrochet.com, and the free pattern will include the written instructions, and hopefully this video will help you. But if you want to use a different weight yarn or more yarn to make a larger shawl, just keep going till you run out of yarn on those 2 rows. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with another pattern.